Hello and welcome to Writing a Debate Essay for the EduCast Psychology A-Level. We're going to focus on Year 1 content. This is going to be fast, pause when you need to. I hope you enjoy the video. So, some general tips. It is 12 marks, 12 for AO1, 12 for AO3. When I think about writing my essays, I like to think of the introduction, which is what I will talk about, the main section where I talk about the topic, my conclusion, which is where I say what I have talked about. Now, I like thinking of an image, so I think of the psychology fish, where the head is introduction, the body is the main section, and the tail is the conclusion. Structuring your paragraphs. The introduction, if you think of the head of a fish, it is narrow and small, so your introduction has to be brief and short. You talk about why that topic is controversial and how it relates to today's society. Why are we debating about it? The main section is where you introduce your views, 3 to 4 analytical paragraphs. Now, if you can't do 4, that is absolutely fine. Just make sure your 3 are very detailed. Present supporting and contradicting evidence. I will show you 2 ways I like to do this. And link your points together. Make sure your essay is cohesive and nice to read. Your conclusion. The tail of a fish is small, so your conclusion has to be brief again, but do not include any new information. Remember, you're just repeating what you have already talked about. And maybe include warnings and things to think about moving on to everyday life and society. So general reminders, plan before you write. It doesn't take a lot of time. You have 30 minutes of writing time roughly. Take a few minutes to plan and it will keep you from waffling. Avoid rhetorical questions. Refer to the question and statement throughout. This is very important. It keeps you on topic and you can write very cohesively. Elaborate your points and bring in ethics if you can. And use materials from outside the textbook or in year 2. This will get easier as you progress throughout your course. Let's look at an example. Obviously, you can read this. So discuss is the command word. It is telling you to present supporting evidence and challenging evidence. So I've highlighted some key words. So today's society, this is telling you basically to compare to older ideologies on this topic. Primary caregiver, that is your role and the gender you're focusing on. They are the main themes of this psychodynamic approach debate. So think about the fish. So here I've included examples of what I would include in my introduction. You can pause if you would like. Again, I've included new views and white debate. Again, I've included the points I want to talk about, and I have shown you here how I can make them as a supporting piece of evidence or a challenging piece of evidence with little plus sign and minus signs. I will elaborate more on these later, or one of these. And here I've got my conclusion. Again, I have not introduced any new information. I'm repeating the question. I've got a key there for you to read so you can look at it in my answers. So here's my introduction. Again, just repeating the question. So I've got today's society and infant from the question. I have included a view of today's society. And I'm focusing on the theme by including gender and the role of parenting. And then these 2 last words, I think, just make your essay more refined and shows awareness and how you're purely talking about this as a psychologist. You know, you're writing very well. So here's my paragraph. Let's say I am beginning with a supporting piece of evidence. So I have included forward slashes here so you can see how I am structuring my paragraphs. I'm referring to this article up here. It's very useful. I suggest you read it. So here we've got my point that fathers actually can do a pretty good job at taking care of infants. I have included AO1, which is what the article told me. And here I am starting to elaborate on that using suggesting or interestingly expressing my ideas. Again, I have included some ethics in here. I managed to squeeze it in. Don't squeeze it in if it's not relevant, but if it is, I highly suggest you do. And I am linking it and explaining it further, repeating the statement again. I was talking about if you want to present challenging and contradicting evidence about the same point, if you like, or different ones, you could move on to a different point completely and contradict the statement, or you could discuss opposing views of your own point. So I've started with contrastingly. Again, I'm evaluating what I have said and presenting opposing information. And I have decided to oppose it with Bowlby's study. This is a classical study, so I'm pretty sure you will know it. I have included what the study told me and how it made me think that fathers may actually not be good caregivers. And I am reinforcing it with another study here, Rutter's. I suggest you read it as well, it's very good. And again, tying my point off by considering the evidence and repeating the statement. So as a conclusion, I have again started by repeating the evidence, reminding the reader what I am talking about. Again, I have included AO1 from my 2 points, either the supporting one or the contradicting one, and I'm reevaluating the question, I'm evaluating the statement and including words from it again. So, good luck, I hope you enjoyed, thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best.